So what if I came to the function and brought up that the Virgin Mary wasn't the virgin as we interpret it today? And before you start preaching again in the comments, calm down, breathe, buckle up, and let's talk history. The word virgin as we use it today, a woman who has never had sex, is a mistranslation. In Hebrew, alma meant young woman. In Greek, parthenos often meant just maiden. Neither of those words required sexual experience. It meant hue, autonomy, purity of will. So Mary wasn't just a magically sexless vessel, she was just a strong young woman. Mistranslations reshape myths and history. Christianity latched onto virgin, and out of it came centuries of purity culture, immaculate conception, perpetual virginity, the worship of chastity. Entire theologies were built on one bad translation, and from that mistake came an egregore, Mary, the ever virgin held up as the impossible model for all women, holy only if untouched. And mistranslations happen a lot, sometimes even for hate-fueled and dominion-craving reasons. Even purposefully. For example, man shall not lie with child, becoming man shall not lie with a man. That one so-called mistake fueled centuries of homophobia and moral panic. Words matter, and when they're twisted, they change entire civilizations. Now let's get biological. If Jesus really was conceived of spirit, then scientifically he would have been female, XX chromosomes, because without the Y chromosome, there is no biological male. Unless Jesus was trans, or Mary wasn't human, maybe she was a reptile. Reptiles can reproduce asexually after all. Maybe Mary was actually a reptilian scientist running some interdimensional experiment, and honestly, if you already believe in a ghost pregnancy, is that theory really any less wild? But here's the part purity culture doesn't want to touch. Maybe the virgin story wasn't a cover. Maybe Mary had consensual sex outside of marriage and couldn't say so without being stoned to death. Or maybe, tragically, she was raped. And in a culture where survivors were seen as unclean, the only way to survive socially was to claim divine intervention. Either way, the myth of virginity erases Mary's humanity. And that's what purity culture always does. It polices women's bodies, rewrites their stories, and calls it holiness. Mary wasn't holy because she was untouched. She was holy because she was human, because she endured, because she had agency, because she survived and had autonomy. So no, the Virgin Mary wasn't a virgin. She was a young woman. Maybe scared, maybe defiant, but after all, human. And the fact that people would rather believe she was a reptilian scientist than admit she might have been having some sexual intercourse, that says everything you need to know about purity culture. So rage all you want, call me blasphemous, but remember, every angry comment just boosts me further into your feed. Welcome to Debated.